Hello everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo, and today I'm going to teach you how to make some guitar string bracelets. So I know a lot of us like to recycle, and guitar strings really take up a lot of space in the landfill, and they don't deteriorate. So what better way to recycle than to make something really pretty out of an old guitar string. Now, I have a video that I'll leave a link up here so you can go click on how to actually clean the guitar strings because they can get pretty nasty. Also, sometimes it's kind of hard to find guitar strings, so I will actually have some guitar string bracelet kits in my Etsy shop if you're interested, and I'll leave a link to my Etsy shop down in the description box below. Let me show you some styles. I'm going to start out with the more elaborate ones. These are really fun to wear with lots of beads and crystals and charms, or without a charm. Very much a statement piece. We're not going to learn to make these today, though. They're a little bit more difficult. Here's some more beaded kind. This one I wear a lot, and I used cheap beads on it because I was experimenting. It was one of my very first bracelets that I made. I love this one, the brightly colored guitar strings with these little seeds called Job beads, and then I used the end beads in between each one, and then we've got a wooden beads there. You can make them just plain, which we're going to learn how to make this today. And this is another favorite one for me to wear, and I actually have a video on how to make this one. Again, I'll leave a link up here. I'm going to go ahead and put that on. This one's fun. These are coins that I got from the Bahamas, and I just wired them. But let's go ahead and start out by getting our strings. I'm using these gold tone strings today. So these two strings are a little bit shorter. The ones you'll receive in your kit are going to be much longer. But these are just ones that, for whatever reason, when they changed them off the guitar, they cut them short. So I'm actually going to put these two together to make one bracelet. So I'm just going to line them up like so. And just like you're going to tie a knot in a shoe at the very beginning, you're going to loop it around. Now these tend to slip around a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to tuck everything in with some wire here in just a little bit. But I just tighten it up till I think it's about the size that I can get over my wrist. Okay, that's going to be perfect for me. You need to make sure you hang onto it tight though. And you see how it's kind of off kilter there? That's okay, because when we wire it, they will get to be like as one. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is just twist them inside, okay? And they tend to want to pop out, but once you're done getting them all intertwined like that, you're going to have a mess like this. And these are the ends we want to tuck in. Sometimes you may have them over here. I'm kind of lucky that I have them all together here. See, they keep popping out, which is fine. They're going to do that. Okay, now I have some silver tone wire here. You will get some wire in your kit. And I usually like to try to find the middle. Just bend it in half till you find the middle. It doesn't have to be exact. But then you're going to take your guitar strings and you're going to find the middle. Since they're all right here, I think I'm going to come a little bit off to the side. And then I just start wrapping really tight. I kind of like pull and wrap as I go. This right here, you're going to want to make sure is tucked in. I go a little beyond that before I go back around. Okay, now I'm going to worry about this side. I want to make sure I get all these guys tucked in. And when you get to this point, make sure they're tucked in really, really well. I still have this guy I need to get in there, so I'm going to keep going. Go a little bit beyond. Okay, now I am ready to go back. And I wrap and kind of feel as I go in this area. I don't feel any scratchiness, so I can continue to go. Now, if I felt some scratchiness, I'd probably go back over there and maybe do 1 or 2 loops until that is not out being a poking problem. So anyway, I go back, all the way back to my starting point, like so. Okay, now I'm going to mess with it around here. Now, you see how this is poking out a little bit? I want to go grab those. Get this out of the way. So I'm going to go back over here. And you know, I think that's as far as I'm going to go. It doesn't bother me that they're all kind of not together, because you can see the different strings there. I kind of like that look. It gives it a lot more interest. So I'm actually going to go back around. I have done bracelets where I've gone all the way around, but I usually like to just go part way and leave some of the strings exposed. You can do what you want. This is your bracelet. You will have enough to do all the way around if you want. Okay, so I'm back at my starting point here, and I'm going to clip these 2 ends, and then I'm going to take my flat nose pliers and I'm going to tuck the wires in. I'm actually going to finish this one here though. It's not that much to continue on. So then I take my pliers, bent nose, round nose, whatever works for you the best, and just work at tucking that in. And again, you want to feel, like I don't feel any scratchiness. I'm probably going to go back around one more time on this. Okay, I'm going to clip this. Save your wire. You could use this for some earrings or something. And then you just want to tuck in that wire really nicely. So again, it doesn't scratch, and you are done with your bracelet. That's all there is to it. So this next bracelet I'm going to show you are going to have some charms. And we have a choice of charms here. Let me just show them to you really quick. We have a little clam shell with, I don't know if you can see, it has like a little pearl in there. Here's the back. We have a little yoga there. Both of these are 2-sided. We have a little pumpkin with a leaf. Again, it's 2-sided. We have an alligator. He is not 2-sided. Here's his other side. He's not bad looking on that side. And then we have a snowflake. Again, it's not 2-sided, but it's not too bad on the other side. We have a pineapple, which is 2-sided. And then we have a stingray, and he's 2-sided, but they're different. Because, you know, stingrays are not the same on the top or the bottom. And then we have a little seahorse. This would be my mom's favorite. She loves seahorses. And then we have this little sun. I actually like this sun. This is the one I wear quite often on mine. And on the back, it says, made with a smile. I really like that. That would be a really nice gift, like if you wanted to give somebody a gift. We have a little animal paw. We have a flamingo. Always have to have our little flamingos. And then we have a sea turtle, which I'm going to use the sea turtle to make this particular bracelet. So again, I am using some short guitar strings for this demonstration, but the ones you'll receive will be much longer than this. I just wanted to use up these little scraps. I also have some wire here. It's kind of a gunmetal silver. What is going to be in your kit may not necessarily be that color. And the strings I have are kind of a coppery color. So what you need to do first is put your charm onto your string or strings. And then I'm going to line these up like I did before, and then pretend to tie a knot here. You're just going to do the first part like you're tying your shoe. And make sure it's the right size for your wrist. Okay, that looks about right. I think I'm going to tighten it up just a little bit more though. And then you're just going to weave it around. And I want to, let's see, there. And with this particular charm here, you don't want your string to be on top of it like this. So you're going to want to thread your string in there. So it's on all the strings. So put it in there too. And then just continue to wrap around till you have ran out of strings to wrap. Now we have 3 different areas where they're poking out. So I'm probably going to be wrapping from about here and to only have a little bit of exposure on the guitar strings because we need to make sure these are tucked in. Basically, the technique to wire this is exactly what we did on the previous bracelet. I am actually going to take this guy here and put him down to this area because that's where I'm going to want him to hang. And then I found my centerpiece for my wire. And I'm going to loop my bracelet in there. And I'm just going to start wiring. Sorry, that's banging the camera. Trying to avoid doing that. Anyway, you just pull and wrap as you go around. Okay. And I want to make sure I get all of my ends tucked in. That one's actually going in between the wires, so that's good. But it is still sticking out. I don't know if you can see. It's sticking out right there. So I want to make sure I catch that and that it's not going to scratch my arm. Sorry I'm getting out of there, but I'm trying to not bang the camera. And I don't feel it scratching. Okay, so I'm going to continue to go back around. And I'll probably stop about right there because I need to focus on these. So basically, I want to wrap and try to catch that into the wrapping. And like I said, they'll continue to undo themselves. Just put them back. You're the boss here. Okay, I've got him tucked in. Now I got to go back over here. Wrap and wrap and wrap. While you're doing this, you want to make sure your charm is staying where you want it. And look, it's going over the wires, which is fine. It's going to do that. I like the movement. Okay. Let's see. Just want to make sure that it's not going to get wired because you want it to move around. Okay. Now I'm going to go back around, and as you can see, I've tucked in that little end piece. And so now I'm going to go back. And you're going to get about 3 feet of wire if you do purchase a kit from my shop. So you'll have plenty. This was 3 feet. And look how much I have left over. All right, I think what I want to do is I want to come back over to here. Okay, so I'm going to wire one more time around with each. And then I'm going to get my wire cutters and clip. Remember, keep these because you can use them in other projects. Whoops. And then you take your flat nose pliers and you're just going to tuck these guys in so they don't scratch your arm. And I try to find a place where I can actually hide them in under the wire. Okay, I think I have it all tucked in. There we go. There is a nice little bracelet that you can add and stack to with your other pieces that you might have. And this is what they look like on together. You can stack them along with your other bracelets that you wear. So if you know somebody that plays a musical instrument with strings, ask them for their old guitar strings, clean them up, and make you some bracelets. These also would make great gift giving too. But if you don't have access to any used guitar strings, like I said, you can hop over to my Etsy shop and I have kits where you can make these bracelets. They are clean. I've already done that. That's the hardest part of this whole thing, to be honest with you. Anyway, let me know what you think. Have you made any guitar string bracelets before or seen them in the stores? I have, and they are really expensive. I can't believe how expensive they are. Anyway, let me know what you think. I hope you give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Mostly though, I hope y'all have a fantastically wonderful day. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye-bye.